All right, all right, all right. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Summer's officially over. Hockey season started. Welcome to the podcast known as Blending the Family. I am your host. You miss me? The Tommy Maloney. Yes, the Tommy Maloney. Coming to you from beautiful Florence, Kentucky. Yes, I have a lot on my mind, and we are going to listen to a podcast episode I recorded, oh my gosh, months ago, from Winnamucca, Nevada. But how the heck are you? How you been? You still walking your dog? I got to talk about our dog Duke before I forget. And he is, I don't know if I mentioned a lot about Duke. I don't know. But he's 15 years old, give or take 100 years. And let me take a step back. So you're going to be listening to an episode of a podcast I did months ago when I just started this new job. And I'm not going to go into great details. It's helping. It's God found a job for me that it's paying the bills. It's paying for hockey. I'll get some glasses. Ooh, actually, I'll be needing eye surgery, and we'll be talking about that down the road. But our dog Duke, he's a chocolate lab, and maybe I'll use a picture of Dookie for the podcast notes. But my wife Ann and I, by the way, happy belated birthday to my wife Ann, September 26th. Today is September 27th, recording this in the hotel. Anyway, Dookie apparently has a thyroid issue, and I talked to Ann. She said she picked up the meds, $56 later, but this dog has been through a lot. This past weekend, oh gosh, this is so sad. He fell down the stairs. Now, don't panic yet. What he did, he slid butt first down the stairs. His back hind legs are giving him major problems. So, poor Dookie didn't know what was going on. Next thing, he was laying by the stairs of the to the basement, and my back was to him. My in-laws have been in town, and my sister-in-law, Donna, were in town, and all of a sudden I hear, oh my gosh, and I turn around, there's Duke going butt first down the stairs, and just the face of Duke going, oh my gosh, what is happening to me right now? He's okay, he's good. And like I said, we took him to the vet anyway, prior to that, for just a physical, see what's going on. But again, he's 15 years old. So for those of you that have elderly dogs, I know you're feeling what we're feeling. And unfortunately, my mom had to put down their lab. His name was Axel recently. So she's telling me the stories too of exactly what Axel was going through, what she was going through. So we're still in good spirits. We know that possibly not any day, I don't think it's any day, but soon we'll be having to say our goodbyes to Dookie. But that's what's going on there. As I stated, I have a new job, back on the road. Going to try and get some guests for the podcast, but it's going to be up to their schedule. My schedule is Monday through Friday on the road. And again, I'm coming to you from Florence, Kentucky, which is it's a beautiful part of it's northern Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati. But it's been raining pretty much the 3 weeks I've been here. It's been raining, been cloudy. I've actually enjoyed it because back home in Denver, the weather's been pretty hot. So where have I been? Like I said, I somewhat took the summer off. Needed to recharge my batteries. And it's nothing against you. I love doing this podcast, but it was me. I had to figure out some things, and yeah, just happy to be able to communicate with you once again. I was talking to a friend of mine who's been on the podcast before, Mr. Johnny, a.k.a. Johnny's Corner. Johnny, he has a new book out, and oh gosh, I'm going to have to find the link. We'll put the link in the show notes, and so you can purchase his ebook. And let's see, I'm going to grab a phone. I've got too many phones right now. Let me see if I can pull up. Speaking of wife, okay. So wife was sending me a text about Becca, our daughter, who I was asking if she had a volleyball game, but it was an away game. So Johnny, where did I put Johnny's book? Oh, here we go. Kindle. Oh, I've joined the iPhone crowd. So not only for this new job did I get I decided to go with an iPhone, but a personal iPhone as well. So I have two phones. I'm with the iPhone. I drank the Kool-Aid. Anyway, Johnny Nomad, his new book. I use different. Oh, hold on. That's not it. Hold on. I'm okay. Is this it? No. Where's the Johnny? I'm sorry. Where's the cover? Where's the title page? Oh my gosh! I've been reading his book. It's really interesting the way he did it. Here we go. Purpose. Johnny's Corner. Purpose. You can get it on Kindle. Highly recommend it. Very proud of him. Very proud of my brothers and sisters who take those leaps of faith and put out their passion out on, well, I want to say out on paper, but, it's a Kindle. Anywho, so there we go. There's that. And like I said, I will get the link and put that in the show notes. I believe he emailed it to me. Anyway, so what else is going on? Hockey season for the boy, a.k.a. Connor, started. And Becca, our other daughter, is got volleyball going on. Had the in-laws, sister-in-law in town this past weekend. And I just been traveling my booty off for this job. And I have so many things I want to talk with you, but I don't want to bore you anymore. I want to get into this episode and talking about being on the road. Talk about Winnamucka, Nevada, and this is two parts. Okay, so I did 2 days of this walking in this town of Winnamucka, and here we go. That's why I brought up Johnny. I'm so stupid sometimes, all the time. I'm just a fucking moron. One thing on the podcast, you're going to hear more swearing. I'm Scotty C. I'm sure you're happy with that. But anyway, where was I going? Johnny recommended that since I travel a lot to incorporate the podcast and talk about things from the different towns, different cities, take some pictures. I guess I need to go back on Instagram. I didn't put any social media on the new phone, on the personal phone. Obviously, I didn't put any social media on the work phone, but I believe this will be the start of that. I don't think I took any pictures because I had the old phone. Oh my gosh, I was trying to take the audio and get it uploaded, and that was a pain in the ass. Trying to take the old phone, and it's never charged. Anyway, so there we go. So I'm gonna try and do probably more daily podcasts, maybe talking about maybe how my day relates to the family, maybe little tips and tricks, and we'll definitely going to talk about what else has been going on family-wise to help you if you're one of those moms or dads that do a lot of traveling. How do you keep the relationship alive? And I'll tell you, my wife Ann and I, we've totally reconnected. And it's been beautiful and Down the road, we'll talk about that, okay? All right, so there you go. Part 1 of Winnamucca, Nevada, coming at you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And I'm still going to say it. Terry Crews. Remember, my good friend Terry Crews says, your success is my success. Enjoy being back on the podcast.
What in the wide world of sports are that sounds? Those are the sounds of hotel doors automatically opening. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast known as Blending the Family. I am your host, the one and the only Tommy Maloney. You get to hear the sounds of Winnamucca, Nevada this morning. Going for a walk. It's bright and early. It's not even 6 o'clock West Coast time yet. I know it's been a long time after, so this is episode 101. I think I'm going to start announcing what episode number this is going forward. I want to try that experiment. Anyway, after episode 100, I had to take a break. I'm trying to figure out who I am as far as not just a podcaster, but give you a little backstory of what's going on right now. Why am I in Winnamucca, Nevada, you might ask? Oh, crap. Sprinklers are on. A lot of sprinklers. Hopefully I don't get run over. Sorry, thinking out loud. Which way am I going to go? You know what? I'm going to cross here. I'm going to cross on the other side. All right. Well, boys and girls, moms and dads, I took a new job. My title is Implementation Consultant. I don't feel like a consultant. Thank you. Just waved at this really nice driver of a black Corvette. They let me walk across the street. Oh, I think I'm illegally walking across the street right now. Again, in Winnamucca, Nevada. Anyway, took a new job, and it's rough because it's back on the road. It's not the life I want to lead. And maybe this episode will help you find that peace of mind as well. Because we all talk about our dreams. We all talk, and I'm sorry, I feel I'm really stuffed up this morning. We talk about our dreams, but what are your dreams? In my view, it's just a faded goal that you didn't write down. It's a goal that you didn't really put a lot of thought and effort. And we talk a lot about in our lifetime the woulda, shoulda, couldas. As my wife Ann would say, don't shoot on yourself. Oh, is that a cow? Is that a horse in that trailer? Anyway. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put some pictures up in the podcast of this. Anyway. I digress. So, for me personally, this is another... Oh, horses. Hi, horsies. Man, you've got a lavish trailer back there. So for me personally, I feel I know I've taken a step back, but I'm failing as a dad, and maybe this is how we'll tie it into our world of blending the family. And, you know, we talk about dad stuff, we talk about mom stuff, so we're on track, we're on course. And I feel like a failure because here I am taking a job where I'm on the road 100% of the time, and I'm not happy. Are you happy doing what you're doing? I know we're supporting our family, and if you don't have family, you might have pets. You're supporting your pets, even cats. I should do a whole episode of why I'm not a cat fan. I don't know why I'm not a cat. I'm just I'm a dog. I mean, if you understand baseball, as far as coming from Chicago, we have two teams: the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox, and the concept is you can only be a fan of one or the other. You're not a fan of both. And that's how it is. And I've talked to friends from New York. It's the same way. You have the New York Yankees, you have the New York Mets. And you're only rooting for one of those teams. I love animals. I mean, you heard me talking to the horses. But I'm a dog person. And, this is where I have this conversation with our chocolate lab Duke every time I leave. And Connor was telling me he did the same thing. And I'm laughing, but it's sad at the same time. And that is Duke is getting up there in years, and he's got these massive fatty tumors. And he's such a great dog. But I have this conversation with him. I say, all right, buddy, remember, you're immortal. Remember that. So I'll see you when I come back. So, I mean, yeah, I have friends who are cat people, and yeah, it hurts when your pet passes away. But anyway, I digress. So this is where, as I was saying, I feel like an epic failure because taking a job where I'm away from the family, but now it helps. I mean, it definitely helps our family because I haven't had I had that real job where that's where we started the Driving While Podcasting, the dreaded day job. Dun, 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 dun. And it was not a good fit. It was all about I don't want to necessarily say it was all about the paycheck. I mean, it was. And I was hoping to get in something I really enjoyed doing, something different. That job was about learning how to learn CAD, which in that particular job was about learning how to design electrical wiring and electric poles, telephone poles, and gas lines. So, for example, you have a new subdivision or even a new house. Well, you need electricity and you need gas. So that would have been my job, help design where the electricity was going to come into your new house and where the gas system was going to come into your house. But like I said, it wasn't a good fit, and I learned. Made some career mistakes during that time, and here I am in Winnamucca, Nevada, and it's a very quaint town. It's outside. It's about a 2-hour drive north from Reno. So you land in Reno and you head north on I-80, which I'm excited about I-80 because I'm very familiar with taking I-80 back to the land of Lincoln, to Chicago. But and I apologize for the rambling. It's been a while. It's really funny. I went to And my wife saw a bumper sticker the other day and said, my co-pilot is squirrel. That's what I feel like a lot of times when I'm talking to you is I have these squirrel moments. Nope, that was a bird, not a squirrel. Anyway. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh. Yep, squirrel. Squirrel effect. So prior to Winnamucka, I was in back home visit. Well, I was back in the Chicago burbs for training on this new job, which, I mean, it's very relative to what I've been doing for many years. You know, even though they give me fancy title, I think it's a fancy title, but implementation consultant in my world just means I'm a trainer, and that's what I'm doing. I'm training people on new applications of software, things like that. But again, it goes back to your happiness. Are you happy doing what you're doing? Are you happy with your work-life balance? And I know Nick Armstrong from WTF Marketing was on the earlier podcast. We talked about work-life balance, and it is BS, because you try to have that work-life balance, or your company says that they want you to have work-life balance. However, if you want to take a day off, and they come back and say, no, you can't take that day off. You can take a different day off. No, this is when my son or daughter's in their play. I can't take a different day off. Oh, well, we really need you at work, and that other BS. So, yeah, work-life balance is not always true to form. I know what this town reminds me of. The cartoon, the Lightning McQueen movies, Cars. There we go. That's what this town reminds me of, Cars. That's sort of thing I'm not used to. I'm not a big gambler. And all I see we have gambling, Winnamucca Inn, casino. I wonder if the subway even has gambling here. So I walk by. So yeah, it's disheartening having to take a job that takes you away from your family. But I'm trying to look at the benefits of this job. So, for example, we're supposed to be going to Boston next year for Ann's nephew, Jonathan. His fiancée, Haley, are to be getting married next year. And so the benefits of this job and the benefits, for people that do travel a lot, you earn, let me just mention, I worked for one company, and I had to negotiate keeping my airline miles and all my hotel points. And I'm like, hold on, I'm the one doing the traveling. Why do you get to keep all of those? So I had to negotiate that. So right now, we're saving, or we'll be saving, whatever airline miles I can get and whatever hotel points I can get. And hopefully they'll coincide with the Boston trip, that we can use them and save us money because there'll be maybe 6 of us traveling, so it would be Ann, Betsy, probably her boyfriend Tristan, Becca, and Connor, and myself. So, hey, there's a movie theater here. So that's how I have to look at it. The big picture things that there are benefits to the world of traveling. It's those little perks. But I don't know, maybe it goes back to just the whole happiness thing again. Are you happy? I'd love to hear if you are. And why? Why are you happy? I mean, I'm relatively happy. It's just the career thing. I think we'll turn around here. Hopefully by the time I get back to where the hotel is, hopefully those sprinklers are turned off. All right, we're walking. We are on Winnamucka Boulevard, by the way. Winnamucka. I have to look that up. What Winnamucca means. All right. Oh. I'm yawning. It was a long day yesterday. Alarm went off around 3:20 when the alarm went off. People are actually jogging. Excellent. Good for them. Good for them. I'm walking today. My times will be after work today. Go. The hotel has a gym. I haven't looked at it yet. It will be to go to the gym and maybe whatever steps. Come on in. Drive. There we go. Gosh darn it, the sprinklers are on. Okay. I'll be okay. So my intention is after work, go to the gym, lift, because the month of June and into July was training for this job. And so I ended up meeting some new people and connecting with some new people, and let's just say we weren't living a healthy lifestyle. I mean, even though for the most part I was getting up early and I'd go run, wasn't consistent enough. And so now that I'm away from them, I can go back to things like this. And like I said, I'm just going for a nice walk this morning. But I don't know. It just seems that I keep taking these steps back. And it's my own fault. And it's funny because I love serving others, helping others, especially in the world of what I like to call mindset coaching, and letting people know that you can do what your mind will let you do. And so, for example, if somebody says they want to do it, well, go do it. I was visiting my dad. We can talk about that. So during training, since training was in the Chicago suburbs, I stayed over one week, and I stayed with my dad and his girlfriend Susan, and it was nice. It was, unfortunately, Dad had to work a lot, but we still got to see each other and spend some time with each other. But there was one morning where Susan said to me, she's a fitness person, and loves her yoga, which is awesome, and her meditation. And one morning she said to me, I want to go do my yoga and meditation, but I just poured a bowl of cereal. I'm like, the cereal will be here when you come back. It's not going to, matter if it gets cold or not. And she's like, hey, you're right. I'm going to go do my yoga and meditation. There you go. So sometimes we need a little kick in the pants sometimes. I don't know. Let's see if I can cross the street here. No cars. All right. And that's, I don't know about you, but for me, I've always had this affinity to asking for help. I hate asking for help. I'd ask for help yesterday because my flight from Denver went from Denver to San Francisco, and I love San Francisco Airport, and I wish I had more time there. There's a particular restaurant in the San Francisco Airport I love, and I can't ever remember the name. I know in front of the restaurant in there's like an old time ship, like the kind of ship Christopher Columbus would have sailed on, if that helps. But they have really good food. And one of the things I normally get there is their clam chowder, and it's really, really good. And I apologize. I wish I could remember the name of that restaurant. And then whenever I have a longer layover, I always go there and have some clam chowder, or there's a fish sandwich I would get there too. Mostly the clam chowder. But didn't have a long enough layover. And I couldn't find my silly gate. And there's a gentleman from United Airlines walking by, and I said, "Excuse me, sir, I'm trying to find gate 77C." He goes, "Oh, you're going to Reno?" Like, what is it, Nostradamus? I go, "Why, yes." He goes, "Yeah, I'm working that gate." I'm like, "Follow me." I'm like, "All right, cool, thanks." So it was a rare moment asking for help. But in serendipitously, if that is a word, here's the guy actually, the gate agent. So I don't know. In my mind, God works in mysterious ways, right? So that's my thought. But it goes back to the whole setting goals and dreams. And I always remember Zig Ziglar saying, well, a goal is just a dream written down with a date on it. And so one of the things I did on the airplane yesterday, or one of my flights yesterday, I should say, was, I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about my goal-setting journal that I have from Darren Hardy in the program Living Your Best Year Ever. Man, I'm huffing and puffing. I'm just going for a walk. It's been too long. Anyway, so for me, for this week, was I have one goal where I want to go to the gym 3 times this week, so that'll be tonight when I get back from the hotel or from work. And working on some journaling and doing a podcast. So if you can put your mind in the motions of setting out what I'm going to do and doing it. Even for me, just getting up this morning, putting on my running gear, but that's okay. I've got my Highland Hills Jaguar long sleeve t-shirt on, representing. But I got up. I'm doing it. I'm walking with you. We're having a conversation. And I know that when I get back to the hotel, I know I'll be on my feet all day. But I know what it will help me, the physical fitness, what's going to help me for my body in the long run. So there. When I'm having conversations with people, I'm trying to get out of that habit because I hear kids do that, teenagers do it. So, yeah, there. Anywho, I guess what I wanted to say on episode 101 here is that, number one, I know it's a cliche, but look at the big picture. Look at, if you're not happy with your job, but you're like, but Tommy, it's bringing money in and I'm supporting the family. Okay, but it's not the only job out there. So be able to take the time and schedule the time. When I say schedule the time, what I mean is write it down. Write down on your calendar or put it in your phone calendar that you're going to spend an hour either before going to work or after you get home, have dinner with the family, everybody goes to bed. You're going to spend an hour on LinkedIn and networking and looking for new opportunities. And again, it goes back to, if you're going to set a goal, you need to write it down. Put a date on it. The biggest one is always, weight loss. Well, you have to be a realist. And the average about 2 pounds a week, 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. You can't say, all right, I need to lose 50 pounds. Okay, number one, who says you need to lose 50 pounds? Will that make you happy? Will that make you feel better? It's not about everybody else. It's about you. So let's say, yeah, that's what I want to achieve, 50 pounds. Okay. Well, break it down. Break it down into daily goals. Those daily goals are to get 8 to 10,000 steps a day. Okay? Don't have to run an ultra marathon day one. Just get your steps in. Okay? Daily. Monthly. Set a monthly goal. Say, this month I want to lose 5 pounds. Just don't overwhelm yourself. And then maybe even write down, where you want to be in, 12 weeks. A couple of apps I want to recommend. Don't get any residuals or I don't have any endorsement deal, but A couple apps that I have. One is called Couch to 5K. So it's C, the letter C, the number 2, the number 5, and the letter K. Couch to 5K, which is a great way to start with your cardio. So Couch to 5K, and I also have one, and I guess it's now, I got one that was free, but a friend of mine, Sanjay, said it's now $1, I think. So, but it's 100 push-ups. So, look into those apps. All right, we're almost back to the hotel. Again, I want you to be happy. I want you to set some daily, weekly, monthly goals. Write them down, okay? And again, look at the big picture. Where do you want to be in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Where do you want to be? What's going to take you to get there? Who is it you have to ask maybe help with? Is there somebody that can introduce you to somebody? So there. Well, thanks for listening. Maybe you and I went for a walk together on this. Maybe you were walking your dog. I don't know. But I know I'm supposed to say some kind of takeaway and ask, but nah, not this time. It's all good. I love you. I love the fact that you listen to this. And take care.